What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video guys, I will show you an update in regards to the Scott Trott's RICO lawsuit. And I have to admit that we have on his side basically a pure deadline that will expire at the very beginning of September. On top of that, I will show you an update from Mark Basile in regards to the steamroller petition, and I will show you his comments on it. Then I will show you some details and due diligence that shows that some of broker-dealers might violate even more rules and laws. And I will show you some information that is directly related to Gary Gensler. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. And guys, let's start with this tweet that was published by Scott Trott just several hours ago. And he added this screenshot and he added the link to the document. And let me quote you what did he write. Scorched Earth Volume 4, MMTLPers move on FINRA's blue sheets in US District Court, Vermont. When the going gets weird, the weird turn professional, Hunter S. Thompson, fear and loathing on the campaign trail 72. Folks, we made the move using a portion of the federal rules of civil procedure that were custom fit to our situation. The possible loss of evidence, all manner of treachery these last 3 years, yada yada. You all know the story. The shot was there, so we took it. Hopefully, the judge will be as fair as she was on August 15 of this year in not stopping the case to allow Schwab to sideline me with a stoppage so they could file an arbitration motion. We have asked that the blue sheets and Dreddy's email be filed under seal to the court with affidavits attesting to their completeness and truthfulness, and it's perfectly defensible. We can argue about admissibility at other time, but to get them off the FINRA reservation and into federal court custody would obviously benefit all of us. So we are all gas and no brakes. Thanks to those who helped here: Julian, Danny, Super Texas, Ricky Tiki, Rare DD, Special Ed, T. Wolfgang Trott, Cactus Firefly, and of course the Red Hat. It's always a group effort, and if I left people out, it's because I haven't got immunity for them yet. Just kidding, Mr. Blue Windbreaker. Here you go. And he added the link as already mentioned. Let me show you this document in details. It is a quite long document, but I want to pay attention to the conclusion. And Scott wrote, the court should grant this motion, and by the way, let me read the title of this document. Plaintiff Trott's 20 August 2024 motion for limited expedited discovery for electronic blue sheets and other tangible things against defendant FINRA. And let me quote to the conclusion. The court should grant this motion and issue an order to FINRA to comply no later than September the 9th of this year, and get all the documents sought under seal to this court for safekeeping. So guys, this means we have a pure deadline of September the 9th, and I think within about 2 weeks we might see some kind of response, and definitely this response will not be the easiest for the court, and it will not be 100% in line with this motion, but something should be revealed by this date. And definitely this might be extremely helpful and important in our case. So let me show you further. Junk Savvy wrote this tweet just 14 hours ago. They knew, and she referred to the tweet that was published by Rare DD. And I have to say that Rare DD made a new video that he published just yesterday. It is about 13 minutes long video, and let me quote to this tweet. The MMTLP saga is a complex financial story where the actions of FINRA, a self-regulatory organization, are under scrutiny. While FINRA claims to have handled the situation swiftly and transparently, a closer look at the timeline reveals discrepancies. And guys, in this video, you can find the link right here in his tweet. In this video, you will find all the discrepancies that happened basically around FINRA's actions, and this also is extremely useful information in our case. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. John Savvy wrote this tweet 11 hours ago. SEC charges transfer agent Equinity Trust with failing to protect clients' funds against cyber intrusion. And she added, AQ, formerly known as American Stock Transfer and Trust Company LLC, failed to assure that client securities and funds were protected against theft or misuse. Those failures led to the loss of more than $6.6 million of client funds as a result of two separate cyber intrusions in 2022 and 2023. American Stock Transfer was able to recover approximately $2.6 million of the losses and fully reimbursed the clients for their losses. To settle the SEC's charges, Equinity agreed to pay a civil penalty of $850,000. So guys, it means AST, and for now its name is EQ, is not so safe harbor for the stocks, and definitely there is no there is no 100% safe place, and we have to know it. And every time when you enter the market, you have to understand that there is always a risk, different type of risks involved in this process, and this is part of it. Let me show you another tweet that was written by Junk Say. She wrote, and by the way, she wrote this in response to her own tweet, and she added first of all this one. Why is it that the MMTLP army adversaries are consistently trying to convince NBA to trade on the OTC? We have the dead body, they want to bury it. And she added the screenshot of Trader Zero tweet, and Trader Zero asked for the QSIP number, and QSIP number leads to the ability of next bridge hydrocarbons to be tradable on the OTC market. And we know that MMTLP had the same process without permission of the issuer. It became tradable in 2021. But guys, I don't think it is a good idea, especially in our case. And later on I will explain you my thoughts. But first of all, let me show you the tweet that was published by Junk Savvy in response to her own tweet. She wrote, MMTLP was trading on the OTC and FINRA fraud halted it. Why? Because we had the guardrail on the spin out in place. After the U3 halt, they call for return to the scene of the crime. Why? No guardrails in place. Crimers gonna crime. And guys, definitely when it happens once, it might happen again. And no one has a 100% guarantee for their funds, for their money to be protected on the US stock market, and especially on OTC markets, especially when FINRA implemented a U3 halt, an illegal U3 halt without any explanation. Basically, they violated their own rules. And guys, despite the fact that someone might argue that it was a pump and dump scheme, it doesn't matter. The only thing that is extremely important for now is the way how authorities in general and FINRA in particular cover the wrongdoers, cover their actions. And we have to investigate the entire saga, not only a part of it. And that is why we are here, and we are doing our best to make it happen. So let me show you another tweet that was published by that was reposted by Anna, and that was originally published by 100MPH. And 100MPH wrote, MMTLP community, TradeStation carry broker. TradeStation Securities has a carrying broker agreement with Whitbush Securities Incorporated, a domestic and foreign carrying broker, to clear transactions with exchanges at which TradeStation Securities is not a member, including CBOE Futures Exchange. And he added three links to Eurex and IC Futures Europe. On top of that, he wrote 400 plus page report. Violation example, page 190. And here is the direct speech from this page. That it served as a clearing firm for a correspondent broker-dealer that was engaged in the trading of various exchange-traded funds, ETFs, and the firm was an authorized participant of the various ETFs. The findings stated that the client broker-dealer engaged in a systemic, recurring and cyclical pattern of naked redemption and short sale trading activity in ETFs that resulted in substantial, repeated failures to deliver the ETFs by the firm within the continuous net settlement system. And here is the link to the document itself with which securities broker check reference. And he added, you should probably check if your broker has a carry broker agreement. So this means they are trying to switch the attention from one part of this saga to another, and it clearly says that naked shorting activity was made, and it is a part basically of their actions. And guys, definitely no one reads this type of report of 400 plus pages. But guys, we are reading these reports, and at this very moment a lot of people are trying to make their own due diligence in regards to our case, and that is why we are finding this type of gems, and definitely it might be very important in our litigations. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. Macros, the person who recently made a very good and thorough due diligence on some of the U3 Halt panel members, he wrote in his new tweet in regards to Gary Gensler. And as you can see, Gary Gensler holds the sign with the following statement: I've willfully ignored MMTLP investors for 20 months. And let me quote you what did Marcus write. Gary Gensler, chairperson US Securities and Exchange Commission. Gary Gensler, there is no much to talk about this individual. I can't say everything in one post, so I will divide it into different parts. I had difficulty finding a sentence to add Gary Gensler's photo, a short sentence that would better describe Gensler's posture for the past 20 months since the FINRA U3 halt. I came up with many different angles, but I think overall, if Gary would ever speak to me frankly and truthfully, he would say the following: I've willfully ignored MMTLP investors for 20 months. In fact, for countless months, this sentence perfectly describes the behavior that has been present in our federal institutions. I can't say if it started with Obama, before him, or during Trump, but it has been consolidated on our current Biden administration. Because of this, it's not just Gary Gensler. This behavior has been present with the majority of our government institutions, especially our legislators, who have disregarded MMTLP investors for nearly 2 years. It's indisputable that the MMTLP fiasco has stress-tested our capital markets, investor protections in a way never seen before. The MMTLP movement has taken various avenues to try to solve this problem. To name a few: 1. MMTLP investors have sent more than 50,000 letters to Congress members. 2. We made thousands of calls weekly to representatives, senators, and governors. 3. We filed thousands of complaints directly to the SEC. 4. We filed complaints with state AGs, IRS, FBI, DOJ, and USPS mail fraud. We filed several lawsuits, and we even went to FINRA arbitration. 6. Countless hours of educational spaces in Access and MyRate posts. Why isn't Gary doing anything to help? Why does Gary pretend MMTLP is a minor issue? Why is he pushing the responsibility solely to FINRA? Is he not responsible for FINRA's actions? Why did Congress do nothing about the SEC's lack of transparency and communications? It's time for the public to step up and demand transparency and accountability from the SEC and FINRA. We need to make it clear to our legislators that investor protection should be their top priority. I want to end and resume this post by saying the following. Our markets have no safeguards, protections and oversight for retail investors and small cap companies. We are going to have to take it back somehow. I don't know how, but we must find a way. I see you in the next post. So guys, I have nothing to add to this tweet, I have nothing to add to this statement, and I completely agree that we have plenty of questions to guard answer and plenty of questions to authorities in general. And our main goal is definitely to have a fair and transparent market. But unfortunately, we are losing some momentum, and let me show you that just yesterday I covered it in my previous video. And let me quote you this. Just in decision in order for the MMTLP steamroller case to identify the individuals that obtained the ticket to trade is denied. And yes, on the one hand, it is not the best news, but let me show you the comment of Mark Bastille. He wrote, "What most people are missing is that this is purely a procedural proceeding. It is not substantive and certainly not making any findings of fact or deciding issues of law. Now add Georgia's federal court declaration to the mix. It was denied without prejudice, meaning it can be brought again with some new information. There are other ways to get this information now." So guys, quite promising statement. On top of that, Mama J wrote this. "I hope you don't mind, but I took a screenshot of your response to share with the above post. Hope you are doing well, Mark." And Mark wrote this. "No problem at all. It beats space host putting words in my mouth and jumping to conclusions to rile up the community." So guys, this is the statement that is related to the yesterday's news that he stated in the space call that Greg McCabe has nothing in common with the general MMTLP community. And this is his official statement. That is why, guys, do not be confused or do not switch your attention from one part to another. On top of that, guys, take a look at this tweet. Well, it is good to hear that you say there are other ways to get this information. That means that you are going to use other legal means to get this information. And Mark responded, "You can count on that." So this means Mark Bastille is still fighting, and he has to do his best in order to win the battle in court, to win all the proceedings, all the lawsuits and all the petitions. That is why, guys, he's still fighting, and we have to do the same. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag,